Hey everybody, it's Mike here. Welcome to the channel and welcome to a new video. Well, today we're going to be looking at a program called Plasticity, a CAD environment for 3D artists. And I can tell you on a personal note that it's absolutely amazing. And no, this is not a sponsored video in any way, all right? So why is it amazing? Well, I love 3D modeling, as you probably know, right? But 3D modeling with polygons, it can be tedious when you want to make progress fast, right? Let's say you're working on a concept. Let's say you're working on something you want to 3D print. Or let's say you want to work on something that needs to be exact, right? In cases like that, you want a CAD environment. And I've been doing videos in SolidWorks and Fusion and all that. So there are CAD solutions out there. But the learning curve is crazy, right? If you want to learn SolidWorks, it will take you a long time to master it, right? So I started looking at Plasticity and I was completely blown away that I was up and running in like 10 minutes, right? 10 minutes, not 10 months, 10 minutes. And that's even without looking at any tutorials. Now, that's why I want to share this with you, and whether it's for you or not is, of course, your decision, but I'll just share a little info on it, all right? Okay, so it's a CAD environment for 3D artists. It's available for Windows, Linux, Mac OS, and it is not subscription-based, so you can actually buy the software. So what's the pricing like? What, 1,800 bucks, 2,600 bucks, 4,300 bucks? No. 149 bucks, right? 149 bucks for the indie license, 299 for the studio environment, right? If you want more on more machines, if you want that kind of stuff, here's the comparison. You can get a 30-day free trial just to play around with it, but there you go. So for me, that's already a plus, right? Now, if you want information on, what kind of support you can get, what updates are included, all of that stuff is can be found on the website, right? Okay, so let's have a look at what you get once you install it. Okay, so this is already a new scene, but I'll just do it again. New scene, yeah. Okay, so this is your starting environment, right? And you would think there's not a lot going on, but trust me, there's plenty, all right? So this is the default cube here. Now, let's start with navigation. If you have any 3D experience, then you're probably coming from Blender or Maya or 3ds Max or some other environment, right? And it's always a drag if you have to learn or relearn how to navigate in a new software environment. Now, first of all, Plasticity supports Spacemouse. I use a Spacemouse, so I'm super happy with that. So the only thing I have to do is go up here, go to Preferences, go to Spacemouse, and here are my settings, right? I didn't even have to go there because I have a Spacemouse and it works, right? If you want to tweak anything, the only thing I did is I inverted my Z-axis, right? Because that's just my preference. So that allows you to do wheelies. Yeehaw. All right, cool. Now, but let's say you don't have a Spacemouse. Let's say you're coming from Maya or Blender or whatnot. You go back to Preferences again, you go and look for Navigation, and then here you can choose, oh, I come from Blender or Maya or MY3D or 3ds Max, right? And as soon as you select that, your navigation will be, for the most part, the same. Not 100%, but for the most part, right? So as a Maya user, you can click on Maya and it will be the same, all right? Okay, cool. So now we've got navigation out of the way. What's what? Now, top hand corner here, we got 4 little buttons: a dot, a line, a face, and an object. Now, when I say intuitive, that's intuitive, right? Verts, edges, faces, object. Now, technically, I don't think they're called verts when you're dealing with NURBS, but just to make things easy, that's what I'm going to call them, right? Anyway, all of these 4 have shortcuts, and it's very easy. Once again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if I got this object here, right, and it's selected, if I hit 2, you'll see that it will jump up here to edge. I can select an edge. If I hit 3, it'll be a face. I can select the face. If I hit 4, it'll be an object. There you go, right? Super simple. Now let's get rid of this thing and try something, okay? So I'm just gonna right click, hit delete, and it's gone, okay? Now, let's create something. All right, so we got a menu on the right-hand side here. And it doesn't really matter what we're doing. I just want to show you how intuitive this is, okay? So I'm gonna grab this circle right here. And if I click on this circle, and I click on the center of my grid, click once, pull out, you can see that it's measuring exactly what I'm doing, right? And I will do another video on how you can work with exact measurements, how you can even display measurements on your object through CAD style, right? Okay, so I'm going to click on this. It has now created a face, right? I'm in object mode right now. If I click in face mode and I click on this face, it automatically jumps to the menu extrude because it assumes I might want to do that, right? So yeah, I do. So I'm just going to pull this up, okay? Now let's say I'm fine with that. I'm going to right click. There you go. Now I want to go to face mode. I'm already in face mode. If not, I would hit 3. I'm going to click on that top face. What do I want to do? It says offset face. I don't want to offset face. I just want to offset. So I'm just going to hit O on my keyboard. And when I do that, I can now pull and create this circle here, right? Okay. I'm just going to click, right? Now, next I'm going to choose what to do with it, right? So let's say I just want that to be extruded downwards, okay? Hit E on the keyboard. Make sure I select the right one, that one. There you go. Push it all the way through and click on OK. Now, there you go. How simple is that, right? Let's say I want to do something with my edges here. I'm just going to click on one of these edges, click on this guy. When I do that, it says fillet. I didn't type any command, I didn't use any shortcut, nothing. I just selected the edge, right? Now fillet, or as my user, you would probably say bevel, right? Fillet. Okay, I can choose which way I want to do that, but I can just go in here and pull, right? Now, see on the bottom right corner, while I'm doing this, I can see here that I have other options to play with, right? I can change the chamfer angle, hitting A. I can do change the fillet distance, hitting D, and so forth, right? Cool. Now, here we have the overview of our objects, which right now is basically this circle, right? That's our base, if you will. That's what we started with. You can turn on and off snaps. You got your navigation cube up here. So yeah, tons and tons of things you can do. And like I said, you don't have the hassle of dealing with polygons, right? Now, if you want to export this, you can export it as an STL to print it, right? You can export it as an OBJ. Let's say you want to bring it into Maya and remesh it, all of that kind of cool stuff, right? So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with you guys in this brief little video. I'm definitely going to do more tutorials where we're actually going to go in and model some stuff. But yeah, as an introduction to plasticity, you know it's there, you know what it costs, and you know the potential, right? Well, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next one, all right? Bye.